What's up, my mystical eyes? My name is Mystical Sight, and today I'm going to be doing another brocast with Iconoclast. That's how
Oh
you pronounce
yeah.
your thing, right?
Yeah, I
Oh,
changed my name to decrease association with the Oddcast podcast. For the time being, of course. I don't know what else to say about it. I'm gonna start making videos on my Iconoclast channel, so
yeah. What is it? After we get done live streaming or whenever I can, I'm going to put his channel down in the description, so you guys can check out his channel and all that jazz.
yeah.
Because you got
I
to
don't
support your
have
friends.
yeah. I don't have many videos up right now.
Yeah, that's right
I
now.
think
But
the only non-Oddcast thing is a wrestling match that I did for an economics project. So
wasn't the infamous Charlie also in that?
no, no.
Oh,
That he wasn't in the economics project one, but um infamous Charlie and I he's a good wrestler, I think. He's pretty
yeah.
good. He's got some pretty cool moves, I think. One of his moves is just where he kicks people in the head, which is pretty cool. I think it's pretty dope.
Yeah, all WWE or anything to do with wrestling is just completely just punching, kicking, and tackling.
Not necessarily. There's like submissions and stuff and like suplexes and throws and that kind of thing too. Which is what I'm more into. I'm more into like suplexes, submissions, and like elbows and knees. I think that's really cool. Because when you do like an
Hmm.
elbow or like a knee to someone, it looks like they're getting knocked out. So, I mean, professional wrestling is pretty stupid when you boil it down. It's two dudes in tights, and they are uh, enforcing like masculine stereotypes where they're like big macho men, and they can't handle like criticism or anything, and they basically just fight it out in the squared circle, and they try to knock each other out or force each other to tap out. It's kind of like UFC, but like
uh,
more fun because it's a storyline. It's entertaining.
then you could also put it like this. It's like a paintballing to a place who's just doing it for one day. They'll usually have like downgraded weapons. You can sort of think of it like that because it would be more fun with downgraded because you're not getting as much pain.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but
I don't know. No, wrestlers go through a lot of stuff. They like have more back. Actually, mixed martial arts. I'm not sure if they would consider this like a positive or a negative thing, but mixed martial arts is actually like really safe. Like they make sure all the fighters are in the same weight class, so that there's not any like advantage. Um, the referees make sure that no one's like getting broken arms or broken legs or anything like that. Submission holds generally they'll tap out before their muscle tears because they're highly trained. Um, they have guys who make sure they don't get concussions. They do like a concussion test before and after each bout, whatever. And essentially, it's actually like one of the more safe sports. Like soccer is more dangerous than mixed martial arts. That's because these people are trained to knock each other out. And if they're going to go for like submission holds, they're trained to know when it's going to tear a muscle or when like a bone's going to break.
mm,
So actually, it's relatively safe.
yeah, that hmm, we learn something new every day.
Well, yeah, no, it's like football is far more dangerous. Football is like if you look up like concussion stuff with football players, those guys get concussions all the time. Like it's crazy. Like and with professional wrestlers, I think they have it even worse. They get like really terrible backs because a wrestling ring isn't like a trampoline. A wrestling ring is wood, like maybe like inch thick, like shock resistant like material. It's a canvas So have you ever like painted before?
Yes.
It's kind of like a paint canvas, and they're gonna fall on that, and then they have like shock resistant padding, and then it's basically just plywood on top of metal springs that not like mattress springs, they're like a lot smaller on like metal springs, and then that is on like just metal like just metal material. And then on the outside, so when you see wrestlers like I don't have a ring on me, but like um here's the ring. The four sides, each side is like really hard because it's not in the middle where there's springs. So when you see someone like take a suplex onto the ring apron or like the here's the ropes, here's like the area, here's where people wrestle usually. This is like the ropes. Beyond the ropes just a little bit, there's like a hangover. There's like a little bit of a thing right here.
Yeah.
This, if you land on this, it's really dangerous because it's mostly metal. It's like a
Mm.
metal frame.
Sounds painful.
Oh yeah, wrestling's like really dangerous and it's really painful. Um, and like it's like just falling on your back on a wrestling mat like at a high school or something or like a middle school. If you if you want to land on your head on a wrestling mat, you're dumb. But I think a lot of wrestlers are in it for money and fame and like because it's really fun. You know, it's fun to like fake punch someone, I guess. Although some of them actually do punch each other. So wrestling really it's extremely dangerous. Like if you look at Chris Benoit, he had like a bunch of concussions and stuff. That's what led him to, kill his family because he had like really bad concussions and it affected his brain. And it's the same thing for most wrestlers. They have like they're injury prone and they get hurt. You almost never hear of UFC fighters being put out for 6 months to a year, but professional wrestlers will probably that happens. It's pretty common actually.
Mm. Yeah, I'm extremely accident prone. I've gotten injured three times this week.
Well, I had a concussion and it was really bad. I was, Riley Park. If you're watching from anywhere outside of Greenfield, Indiana, you have no idea what Riley Park is. But there's a hill, and you know the hill in Riley
Yeah.
Park. It's like really steep and it's like really tall. And I was riding on a bike, and my friend is like a BMX guy. He likes like BMX stuff. So what he did was he rigged it so that there's no brakes. I was under the impression there was brakes, and I was on sandals, and I hit a bump. I was about to hit a bump, and I tried to brake, and there was no brake. That was really stupid. So I hit a bump, and I went airborne, and then the bike landed, and I flipped over the handlebars and landed on the back of my head. So I did a flip and
Mm.
landed on the back of my head, and it was a really severe concussion. Like it's affected memory and that kind of stuff. And it's also like changed my my memory is like horrible now. I mean, it was horrible before, but like now it's like really bad. At least like short term. And like my uh trying to like process information is a lot harder now. Um, so it's definitely weird. But concussions can mess you up really bad. And so like
Sounds like it.
imagine you're getting like 8 concussions a year. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, but here's a fun fact. Apparently, uh, do you know Zach? I don't know his last name.
Zach,
Um,
uh-uh.
he's kind of big. Uh,
Is he friends
black
with
hair.
young Springman?
Yes.
Uh, Nothing's coming to me right now. I
Mm.
don't know. Did
Yeah,
he go
but
to was he in theater?
I don't think he was. I don't really know because I've known him for like Monday.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, but
I couldn't
apparently,
tell you.
out of Zach, Us, and me, apparently I'm the most ripped out of all of us.
Yeah, Austin's not very ripped. He's got a pretty good dad bod going.
Yep. Uh, was it? Me and Nate soon are going to be doing military runs.
That's cool.
Yeah, because
Nate owes me money. No, I'm just kidding.
hmm.
He was like, he was like 20 is all I owe you, right? And I was like, no, you owe me 50 more. No, no, he doesn't. He doesn't. But yeah, so got everything sorted out with Nate.
Yep, with all the
Nate's a
Yu-Gi-Oh
fun guy.
cards. Yeah,
Yeah.
until you get on his bad side.
What?
I said until you get on his bad
Oh,
side.
until he's drunk and you get on his bad side. It's pretty hard to get on his bad side when he's sober, but I've only been around him while he's sober like for 30 minutes.
Yeah, because he like drinks every day.
Yeah. I don't know how you drink that much. You'd have to be like, I don't know. You'd have to be like pretty crazy to drink as much as Nate.
Yeah,
Not as much, but like I guess not like in terms of amount, but as frequently as he does it. You'd have to be like, whew.
yeah. He's not even
I don't
21
I
yet.
don't envy him. Yeah, so that's pretty crazy. Well, I think you've met him. I have a friend. He's also Austin's friend. I think he's been friends with Austin longer than he's been friends with me. But he is an alcoholic, but he's like he's not even old enough to drink. And so whenever he and I go somewhere and there's like alcohol there, I try to like keep him away from it because I know he can't be around it. And that's pretty tough.
You talking about Graham?
Especially no, 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 no. We won't say names because this person doesn't want that out there. But he's closer to
Oh,
my age than he is to
hmm.
Austin. Um, but he's yeah, it's pretty sad. He's got it rough, and his friend died recently, so he's going through a lot. So
Yeah. Uh,
yeah,
one of my really good friends from Michigan, about 2 years ago, his best friend killed himself.
yeah,
Yeah, it's always hard knowing that your friend lost somebody.
yeah. And you never really know what to say, and that's been going around like my school a lot because of there's like a couple of people who died recently, and um, everyone knows someone who knows someone, if that makes sense. Like you're friends with, someone who's lost someone, no matter who you are. Um,
Yep.
and it's hard to know what to say to someone who's lost someone. Because I wasn't close with either of the people, but a lot of my friends were close with those people, and you never really know what to say. And I had a family
Mm.
member die recently, and I um, was there at his bedside when he died, and I had no idea what to say to him. That's a different situation. It's like you never know what to say to someone who's grieving because um, it always feels awkward, but I know that when you should at least say something, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because this might
Like,
sound weird, but most people do this. What usually I don't like to talk about it because I know like when they talk about it, they're most likely gonna cry. I
yeah,
hate seeing people cry. It's the weirdest thing. But I've learned if you know them well enough, like comfort them. Like, uh, was it? So a while ago, it was for my great grandfather's funeral. One of my relatives, while we were watching him being put into his grave, she was crying, and then all I did is I went over there, didn't say anything, just hugged her, and it poof.
yeah. I mean, it's good to at least like do or say something. I've learned, like, it's rough, and like you never know, like, especially if you're not religious, because I'm not very religious.
Nope.
I have no idea what to say when someone dies because normally, like, if you're Christian or like Muslim or whatever, if you're like religious, you can say, "Hey, that person's going to a better place," or if you're like a Buddhist or a Hindu or something, You can say like, well, I hope he reaches nirvana or something like that.
Oh, but
When you're not religious, it's hard to say, hey, this person's consciousness is gone and they're never coming back, because you can't really say that. So like, you never know what to say. It's really rough,
yeah,
and
I'll
that's
usually
that's
say that.
my that's my thing. I have no idea what to say. You can't really say like they're gone and they're never coming back, because that's pretty hurtful. You just have to kind of say,
Yeah,
you kind of have to treat it like, and it's all about the for me, it's all about the people who survive. It's not about the person who passed away, because if you didn't say what you needed to say to them, then that's on you. But you gotta help the people who love them, and that's where I'm at. My friend lost his girlfriend recently in a car accident. And I didn't know what to say. This sounds weird that we're like talking about death and stuff, because it sounds like everyone we know dies, but it's really not like that. But like my friend, his girlfriend died, and I didn't know what to say to him, and he's like talking, he's kind of just generally like depressed and stuff, and he was in the hospital, and he was like, well, I can't believe that my girlfriend died. Like he found out later on because he was in the hospital under like anesthetic, and
mm,
found out later than everyone else about what happened, and he's like, I'm probably going to kill myself or something.
yeah,
All I said to him, because I know him well enough to say this, it's like I said, killing yourself because of that is not the answer. You have to live on and make sure their memory lives on, and be a good person and that kind of thing, and
yeah,
make sure that but that was it's different for everyone. It's different advice for different people.
yeah,
There's some people who just need someone to talk to. But I'm the kind of guy who like is really awkward about that kind of stuff. I never know what to say.
yeah. Because yeah, like it's like hard to tell to know what to say because like if you don't like know them like a lot, it's just like and like you don't know the religion, like
Hmm.
it's just weird because because like also like the religion cut like physical contact could be what is it like against their religion. It would be really weird.
Yeah, I know you just need to get with someone and just like hug them and tell them that it'll be okay, because it's all about their suffering and not about the suffering of the person who passed away. Because they had a they had a life, and um if there is an afterlife, then they're experiencing that or whatever. Also, an interesting thing, like a lot of scientific, like really respectable scientific journalists have talked about this idea: when you die, your brain releases like DMT, and it's the same thing like DMT, the drug. Uh, it's the same
Oh,
like chemical thing, and you get it when you dream. Like you get small amounts of DMT being released in the brain, and when you die, like you release DMT, and like you only release it for a very short amount of time when you're dreaming. But they say like when you die, your brain releases DMT like a lot of DMT. Your when you're decapitated, your head can still be active like 11 minutes after you died. So like I guess it's that your brain's releasing like uh before before your consciousness fades away, it releases DMT. So perhaps that's the answer to an afterlife. It's like a dream or something. I don't know. It's weird.
you never know because once you experience it, you can't really come back.
You can't really
Wisdom.
you can't really tell anyone about it.
Yeah, because if you're if you're a Hindu, no offense, um, they say that you'll be reincarnated after some years, and then like, but you won't remember any of your past.
Yeah. That's the weird thing about reincarnation. When I was younger, I kind of dabbled in like Buddhist philosophy or whatever, because I don't really consider it to be much of a religion. But I dabbled in it a little bit, but like I didn't believe in reincarnation, and it's simply because like how do you okay, so you're living your life right now and you're like knowing what you're doing presently, but you're going to be reincarnated in the future, and you've been reincarnated in the past. So why are you like thinking and doing stuff right now, even though you'll forget it later? To me, it doesn't make much sense.
Yeah.
That's the only reason like I think that it's hokey. And I have a friend who's Hindu, and she doesn't really believe in reincarnation either. Um, it's just one of those things that's, I don't know. It's probably not true. I don't know. I mean, like there's been evidence of it, but or like evidence of it, but I don't really believe it that much.
Yeah, because it's kind of nowadays it's kind of hard to believe on like what you see on like the news and the internet. Because
Yeah. Well, you get like a lot of journalists nowadays are biased. I guess it's been like that like in the entire history of that kind of thing. But like journalism is a liberal art, and a lot of people who go into journalism are more liberal than conservative. I'm myself a liberal, and I want to like major in journalism. So I'm pretty like privy to like understanding where people come from. But I try to think of things in an unbiased way. But like a lot of publications are just like inherently biased, and a lot of what they say is like it's based on like with the SJWs and stuff. It's kind of based on like being overly religiously tolerant. Like I think that Islam is pretty deplorable, but like a lot of social justice warriors are like, well, that's cultural oppression, even though cultural oppression is what they're doing, where they're like, killing people for being gay or that kind of thing. I think that's pretty deplorable in my opinion, but a lot
yeah,
of
it is.
people, a lot of people don't really share that. But like liberal publications are trying to, and a lot of people more and more like Western people are thinking about like Buddhist philosophy and Hindu philosophy, and they're like, well, this stuff might be true, but it's not that it might be true. It's that they want it to be true. They want to believe that you don't just die, because I think that's where religion comes from. Is that a lot of people don't want to believe that when you die, there's just nothing, like your consciousness disappears. That's the conclusion you come to when you think about it logically. But then you know, I'm a very logical thinker, and I know that there's probably stuff that I don't know. Everybody knows something you don't know. So I'm open to things, but I typically need proof to believe it usually. And I think that's why I'm not religious. It's just like, every brain works differently. And I'm all about like logic and evidence and that kind of thing. And a lot other people are like, this is what makes me feel good, and you can't really fault them for that. But if you watch the older Oddcast stuff, I was a lot harder on religion. I was a lot more religiously intolerant. I was like, Christianity's stupid. Buddhism is okay, but it's not as good as atheism or anything like that. But now I'm kind of more like, what if it helps you get through the day, then who am I to like, say that it's dumb if it makes you feel good. So with that kind of thing, it's like I can't really say that I don't really want to be against reincarnation or whatever. Not that I'm against it, but I'm just like I don't think it's true. But like I don't want to be hurting someone because of I don't want to hurt someone, like discriminate against them because of their beliefs, solely because I don't believe the same thing they believe, and they might know something that I don't know. So, but I haven't heard it. But if they know something I don't know, then who am I to judge them or whatever?
Yeah, because like nowadays it's like people are like extremely racist. Like a lot of people like make fun of religions, and like it's just like, why are you doing that? Because like when you're racist, you're like going against another race, but they're really just different from you. Their skin, there's nothing. Well, it's barely different. They're literally just have their skin color is different.
Yeah, I mean, like skin color is arbitrary, and cultural differences are really arbitrary. I think religion, it's a significant part of many people's lives, and I get that, but like there could be other factors like what religion you're born with that affect like what religion you're a part of as you get older.
Yeah.
Most people identify with the religion they were born with. So like, there's a lot of other factors that go into it besides like just purely ideological stuff. And I think that it's something that should, I think it should be, because right now if you say something against like,
Are they still going?
Yep.
is that Nate?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Just Nate.
so like, I forget what I was saying. So like, what did I say? What did I say?
What are you talking to this dude?
Why not?
Nate,
Hold on.
let me see, Nate.
Lame ass.
So, dude.
What are y'all talking about?
Just like weird
What a
stuff, dude.
Huh?
Oh yeah, Nate, check this out, man. I got this dope new accessory on me.
Oh, sweet shit. You got any? You got
What?
any?
No, I don't have any.
What?
No, I don't.
I don't know.
What?
Said you're lame.
All right, whatever, Nate. Whatever, Nate.
I want to smoke a cigarette.
Okay.
Give yourself cancer, Nate.
No, he's free. Get free now.
Okay.
That happened.
I have no idea what I was saying. Let me get my brain stimulated. I don't
Yeah.
know what I was saying. Religious intolerance. What makes you religious? I don't know. Tell me what I was saying.
I don't
What was I
remember what
saying?
you were saying.
Okay.
That's the bad part.
Let's move on to something.
Yeah.
Let's move on to something else then.
That's like not about death.
Talk about conspiracy theories. Does Nate believe in any conspiracy theories?
Do you believe in any conspiracy theories, Nate?
About what?
Anything?
Yeah. Now about what?
I don't know. Jacob just asked a simple question.
What?
Do you believe in any conspiracy theories? That's exactly what he asked.
Dude, don't ask him about conspiracy theories. He's 13.
What?
Yeah, I knew that. No, go. Bad dog, go.
Hey, Nate, do you want me to come over tonight?
Huh?
Don't do that shit to me on live. I'll whoop your ass.
Go, dog. That's my phone.
Jeez, man. This is getting out of control, dude. I'm going off the rails.
Don't get this back for a week.
Technically, I need my MacBook bag for school. Controller, I can live without.
Going off the rails. We're going to talk about conspiracy theories. It's time to talk about the globalist elite. They're turning the frogs gay. They're putting chemicals in the water and they're turning the frogs gay. The human race is in the third dimension. Our consciousness is on the fifth and sixth dimension.
Don't be talking to him about weed, dude.
I'm not.
Bro, whoop your ass.
I'm not. I'm talking about conspiracy theories.
He's too young for that shit.
I don't know what you're talking about. We gotta go back off the. We gotta go off the grid. The FBI is watching. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, the only conspiracy
weird.
theory I believe in.
Headphone not working.
What? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Checkity check. Check. Check 1, 2. Try plugging them and try plugging
Okay, this
them
is
out and
confusing
plug them
me.
back in. Plug them in and plug them out and plug them back in.
Headphones
Hold on,
work.
Hold on. Turn my camera off. Okay. All right, all right. Can you hear me? Let me know when you can hear me. All right, welcome back to the Mystical Site YouTube channel. Let me know when you can hear me. Hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm going to leave the call and come back in.
This is weird.
Hey, hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, headphones are in. My computer's being jacked up. I can't hear anything.
Dio, can you hear me? I am lost and so alone. I'm asking for your guidance. Won't you come down from your throne? I need a tight compadre who will teach me how to rock. My father thinks you're evil, but man, he can.
Hold on. I'm gonna try control room. See if that's doing anything.
Dio, can you hear? Am I here? Am I back? Welcome back. Hello. Hello. Check 1, 2. Check, check 1, 2.
Come on, load up the control room.
Check, check 1, 2.
I don't know why, but I can't hear you.
Check 1, 2. Check. Check, check 1, 2. Check. Hold on. Check, 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 check. Give me the check, boss. Give me the good check. Okay. I'm okay. All right.
This is confusing. Well, because I can't hear anything, I'm just gonna stop this here.